Hey, what's up? So, getting into overlanding. I don't have tons of money to spend on stuff. So, this video is going to be about getting a camper shell on the cheap and fix it up myself. It's got a lot of issues. So, I found a pretty sweet Leer camper shell. It's got the opening sides, which is one of the things on my wish list. And it's pretty rough, but it's $100. So I'm gonna drive up right now and go get it. So, overlanding on a budget. I've been looking for Canopy for quite a while, but I can't afford $2,000 or $1,000 even to buy a Canopy. So I bought this one. A couple windows broke out. It's gonna need some stuff. This is mine, yeah. Thank you. But it'll need a little bit of work, but a little bit of love, maybe a paint job. I got it paint matching, which I was really excited about, but it's pretty scratched up, so I might need to paint the whole thing. But I got it for $100, $100. It is a Leer 100R. So I just got all the frames. It's got the opening hatch, which I really wanted, and it's kind of hard to find, I think. So, and it was for my body style, $100. So I'm gonna do the repairs and make it mine. All right, I'm home with my $100 shell, $100 Leer 100R. My $100 shell. So, gonna need some paint. Got all the frames, which is good. Some of it's bent, so we'll see if we can bend it back. Got 2 windows to replace. I got some ideas how we can do that on the cheap. And we got a little bit of fiberglass work to do. That's probably the most I'm worried about right there, is the big crack. And we got that. That'll be fun. And another crack here. So that's going to be the biggest thing. I'm kind of not worried about. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. I got to figure it out. A little bit of that. That'll be easy. And then, yeah, it's definitely going to need to be repainted. It's pretty scratched. But anyways, if it's good, after I get it done, it's going to be sweet. I'll probably have a couple hundred into it when I'm all done. But we will see. Alright, here we are with the $100 shell. So I've had some time to go through this thing a little bit. All these frames are good and they're complete. I don't have screws, but I can get screws. Those are easy. So to replace this whole assembly would be like, at some places they want like $500 just for the assembly and the glass. I'm going to try to have the glass made up at a glass shop or get like a glass-ish. I don't think I want to do plexiglass, but there's another kind, I can't remember what it's called right now, that's better than plexiglass, and I might give a shot depending on if I can get some glass for it. I'd prefer glass, so we'll see. So as far as the fiberglass goes, well, as far as the paint goes, put it that way, it's done. There's no repairing the paint. It's scratched beyond repair all over, like every inch of the whole thing. This side looks okay. If everything was just like this side, we'd probably be all right. But I think the only issue we have on this side is that crack right there, which will be a pretty easy fix, and then I'll fix that chip on the end. So I ordered plenty of paint up so we can repaint this bad boy. This is here and I assume it works, but it's a little bit fogged out, kind of ugly, and so I'm going to replace that. They're pretty cheap. I think they're like $20. So I'm going to replace that. So this is going to be the bulk of the stuff here. So we have, see if you can see this. There's a crack going all the way across here. I've been doing a lot of research. it's really, I don't think it's going to be very hard. So this crack right here, I'm going to get my Dremel out and I'm going to open up this crack a fair amount and fill it with resin. I'll have to fill in all these little chips along the way. This right here, I think I'm going to have to, yeah, I'll Dremel this out right here. It's just a crack 1 through, so I'll just clean that out and resin it. I think we'll be good. This is going to be probably the most intensive part because it chipped away in sections like that. So what I'm going to have to do here is I'm actually going to have to cut this whole section out to where it's good. So if you see in the back, hopefully you can see that, it's got a lip, a nice lip, so it has room to work right there, which is nice. So I'm going to I'll cut this all the way up here and then down, and I'll come from the back and start laying in my fiberglass from the back, and I'll build it up until it's perfect right there. And we'll have that edge, we'll make it beautiful. And then like little stuff like that, we're gonna have to fill that in, some resin, and just some perfections. We got some more stress cracking here, so we'll have to do that same thing. We'll have to open it up with the Dremel. What I mean open it up, I mean you get a Dremel and you remove all the area around the crack. So basically you like V it out, like you create like a channel for all the stuff to go into, the resin to go into, and it should be pretty awesome. It doesn't go to the back, it's just a little bit of stress crack on the surface, so it's not as bad as it looks. So once I drill those out, then I'll be able to do that, and that'll be a strong, easy setup. So we got some more chips there that'll need to be done. So those are all easy. I got some body filler. I have some really high quality body filler that I used on my last project. All the front looks pretty good. That window in the front here looks pretty good. So the first thing that I'm going to do before I get into all the fiberglass work and stuff is I've kind of been taking apart this back hatch. So the only other thing is this hatch. The metal got bent right there. So this thing is supposed to be just straight out like that, and then it goes straight, but this got bent up. So basically it goes straight and then bent like that on both sides. And then this right here. So this is going to be pricey to replace too. But I've been looking at it and I'm pretty confident that I can straighten it out. It doesn't have to be perfect for me. I would like it to be nice. I don't want it to look like crap, but we'll see. So I took these screws out of here, and then I loosened this bad boy right here. So then those come off. That off. Do the same side on this one. Or the same thing on this side. Backing off it. Bam. Handles are officially out. So now I think the next step is going to be to get these rivets out. There's different ways you can do that. A smart person would use a drill. But I'm going to see if I can do it this way first. Yeah, let's see if this does a little better. Do it like a smart person would do it. When in doubt, do it like a smart person would do it. When in doubt, or when you get so frustrated. Oh, look at it. Wow. That was the ticket. Nice. Cool how lightweight that is. There's just a little bit of aluminum in it. Definitely lightweight. You got this one? Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. That's what I was afraid of. That's why I originally wasn't going to do it this way. I figured that rivet would be spinning. Yay, that's fun. Alright, you guys don't want to spend 2 hours looking at me remove a stupid rivet. Alright, rivet's out. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Alright, we got our piece off there. So, get all this glass out of here so I don't cut my freaking hand. So we're gonna see how we can do this. I don't know. I hope we can do it. We're gonna have to try to figure out how to straighten that back out. That'll be easy. We'll just clamp that back down. No biggie. And then obviously that end needs to come back down. And then on each side we'll have to straighten this out, which, like I said, maybe it'll be easy, maybe it won't be. I'm going to try to heat it up. I've done a little bit of research, and the few people that I've seen on this said heat it up makes a difference. Maybe we can do it without cracking it and weakening it to the point of not being able to use it, because I don't want to have to pay $200 for this stupid little piece. Yeah, this is kind of not really having to do with what we're talking about, but you know, I got doing these projects and I've learned the hard way more than once that if you have little parts, you should probably keep them together and easily accessible. My Volkswagen project that I did, I learned that. Actually, I was pretty good about organizing it, but even then I've lost a couple little things. But yeah, I get these little baggies. They're like super cheap, and then just as you take everything apart, you can just kind of put them somewhere we know they're not going to get screwed with the kids running around or something like that. Straighten out a little bit. We do have some straightening going on. put our gloves on. So the smart thing to use would be a rubber mallet, but I'm not smart and I don't have a rubber mallet, so. Okay, we're getting some action going here. It's looking better. Making progress. I'll try to come in from the inside here. Get this rivet out of here. Try to push that part down. Yeah, well, we got some more to do, but I think this is going to work. Yeah, I guess this might work. I gotta be careful not to get carried away and go too far, because I've been known to do that sometimes, get carried away. So I'm gonna do a little tweaking on that, but it's obviously still very strong. Side number 2, I already got it pretty warm. That other side I was able to get pretty dang straight. It's a little off, and if I had to get it perfect, I think I could, but it's so close I don't think it matters. So let's see if this side will turn out as good. Use our little ghetto hammer here. Okay, we're doing so good so far. Oh, we got debris, but it's just glass, so we're okay. Okay, so I took the seal out of here, which kicked out all the glass, so good thing for my happy little vacuum I have, because I was just cleaning up glass. So this side is the first side I did. Looking pretty good. I could perfect it. This side comes out, it flares out a little bit at the end. And so I tried to fix that on this end, and I'm starting to think maybe it was flared out for a reason. Because when I got this straight, then it did that. So I don't know, maybe it's flared out for a reason. So I'm going to work with that and get it a little better. Okay, so check this out. I was getting it pretty close, but then I just had a hard time getting it perfect, and so I had this stock steel laying around. I got this at Home Depot for a couple bucks. That was another project I was doing, and it's like the same width as the window, and it fits right in there. So I just like wedged it in there. It's like perfect. Like it has a little bit of drag, just like you'd want it to. And the only reason why it's not going in is because it's bent. So I'm going to try to tap it in there and see if I can use it to really straighten this out nicely. Oh, look at that. Are you seeing this? I have to get a closer view for you guys because this is just like turning out really awesome. So I just wedged that thing in there. It's straightening it out so nice. I'll be able to work with this holding its shape. I'll be able to slowly work all in here and get it all straightened out. Get more heat on it. Oh, so this is working out so amazing. I did that other side. It's almost like factory. Like you can see the rough edges, but other than that, it looks like factory. I was able to like, so the key is I'm getting this, I put the steel in there, and then I can clamp it down so it's keeping that straight edge for me. And then it's filling out that whole area inside, and then I'm getting it hot, which even in itself, the steel helps that because it's one thing if I heat up the aluminum a little bit, but I'm heating up the steel too, which helps retain that heat while I'm working on it. So I don't have to sit here with heat on it the whole time. And I'm telling you, just a little bit of tapping as you go, and here and there, and oh my gosh, it's a factory freaking thing. This is the way to go. If you're gonna if you're trying to straighten out this kind of, any kind of channel, there's this kind of stuff is used on a lot of different things, man. This could really come in handy. And this bar that I got right here, I got it cut in, I think, a 3-foot length or something like that. It was already pre-cut from Home Depot for $14, but they had shorter ones. They had ones for like $10, and I think it's 3/16 thick. So I mean, for $13 or $10 if you get the short one to save this piece. Wow, that's... So let's see if I can do this one-handed. It's probably not going to go real well, but I need to get a little camera holder. See, all it takes is a little bit of tapping when it's hot like that, and it gets all those waves out of the aluminum. Okay, well, like I said, it's not like factory perfect, but dang, considering what it was and considering the barbaric ways and the way I fixed it, dang, it's pretty sweet. Dang, I'll take it, you know. Even as far as like the scratching on the aluminum, you can repaint this thing super easy. So just throw some spray paint on at the end. This is kind of like the crimp point where it happens, so that little thing's there. But that's, I mean, once you put that back together and put it on, you'll never notice a difference. You'll never even see any of that. So now the big deal one is this one, the bottom part. And I was thinking it was going to be much harder, but I just started looking at this. This little rubber grommet for the window comes out. Once I take that out, I'm going to have a lot of room. I can use the same method I used on the other one. I can get my steel in there. I thought it had a little lip that was going to make it not possible, but it doesn't. So this is a little thicker, so it's not going to be quite as cut and dry. It's not going to be quite as easy as the other one. Maybe I might even have to cut that piece of metal in half and double it up. I don't know. But I'm getting pretty excited. I think this is going to work out well. Okay, we're out. Now we just straighten that channel. See right there, we have full access to both sides of that now. So that was the part that I was worried about. The overall bend in this is going to be super easy. That's going to be the easiest part. It's just this part that I was worried about. And now that we have that, dude, we got that. Everything else from here down, from there down, for the most part, it's not perfect, but for the most part, it's pretty good. That's all easy. So yeah, no doubt about it, we've definitely saved the frame to this gate. That's pretty exciting. So glass, and that's all I need. So I got the rubbers out, got everything all cleaned up because I can't stand working with like nasty dirty stuff. So I'm gonna start straightening that bad boy. Alright, let's see. I got this bad boy propped up a little bit. Wow, that's pretty strong. Kind of impressed with that strength of that. Dang, that was kind of crazy. So I took it over there. I got a block of wood, and I put one side on the block of wood over here, and I stepped on it right here, and I was like, I'm a big dude. I'm like 260, and I was putting all my weight right there, and it bent it, but like it was almost holding my weight. I was like bouncing up and down on it. It's unbelievable they could be this light, aluminum, and be this strong. And that it got bent pretty bad like that. So, but I got it pretty straight. It's not perfect. I'm going to keep working on it. Dang, this project's turning out awesome already. Like, it's just everything just falls right into place. So, as I said, this was too thin. But I don't want to cut this because I'm kind of lazy right now, and I don't really want to cut it. And I don't just, I've had a long day, and I don't want to cut it. So, I found this. It's actually just a gusset. And it's perfect. So I'm going to tap it, tap-a-roo over here. And then once it's there, it's going to pop up a little bit, and I'll just tap it. And it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is an awesome project. So I got that one bend out of it. It's like perfect. And there was one other little minor bend in it that I was having a harder time with because it was more gradual bend. I tried doing it on the floor and stepping on it didn't help really. So I got my little clamps and I clamped it to a long flat surface, and I just put some weight very carefully right here, and it's not 100% but it's 99, and I'm not going to take the chance of going too far and pushing it back the other way and destroying it, so I'm going to call it. Okay, just kidding. I'm a freaking perfectionist, and that little bend was bugging the heck out of me. So I came up with an ingenious little idea. I have a heavy duty like double jack hammer under here with my hoodie over it so it won't scratch too much. And then my awesome Harbor Freight drill set right there. Multiple uses for that. And then I'm just gonna, I got my little clamp here, and I'm just gonna slowly but surely crank down on this sucker until I see some action. Sorry, my camera work sucks right now. I gotta get like a tripod or something, but I hope you guys are getting something out of this. Okay, after a bit of time, I got this as good as I think it needs to be. I'm a perfectionist. I would love to get it absolutely perfect, but I got it so close. If you can see, right there's where the bend is. It doesn't look very bent. It turned out pretty freaking sweet, and you put it along the back of the truck, it like levels up just perfectly. And actually, after I spent some time cleaning off all the duct tape remnants that they used to hold it closed at some point, it actually doesn't even look all that bad. I think it looks worse on the camera than it does in person. Because what I was going to do is like I said, I'm pretty particular. There's a indented spot right here that I would have no way of getting out, and same thing here. So I was literally considering using some filler, like sanding it down and using some filler and repainting it. And I might, I don't know, but honestly, it looks pretty good right now. I'm definitely going to paint it so all those little silver spots won't show. I'll definitely repaint it again, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put some filler on there so you can see. I would love it to be perfect. I'll probably put some filler. I have some really good high quality filler that I can put on there. Same thing with there. Knock it down a little bit. Just put a little filler on there. I think that would make it look awesome. But what we started off with, that's what we're ending with. We have that's good. So this frame is good to go now. So that I'm going to call that episode 1 of our budget camper shell. Yeah, so the next step will be to hit the fiberglass repair. I'm going to have to get some resin and all that good stuff. And we'll tackle some fiberglass stuff. I've never done fiberglass before, but seen it done, and I think I got a pretty good grasp on how it's done, and I think I'll be able to do it. So, oh yeah, there I am. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be a cool build. And the thing is I think it's one of those scenarios where um, who wants to pay $2,000 freaking dollars for a canopy? I mean, I like canopies and I want it, and if I'm rich, then I guess I don't care. But I'm not rich, and I really want one, but I'm not going to pay $2,000 for one. So with a little bit of work, you could save a lot of money. Anyways, that's it for today.